Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Single Men's Social Club. I'm your host, Ryan McDougall. Today, I'm flying solo as my co host, Richard Lubin, is taking a little break. But don't worry, he'll be back soon. In the meantime, we've got a fantastic episode lined up. We're going to take a deep dive into personal growth and self improvement, focusing on overcoming challenges as single people, being self confident, and the importance of mindfulness and mental health when living alone. So, whether you're tuning in from the couch, your car, or anywhere in between, grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's dive into it. Being single definitely comes with its own set of challenges, am I right? Whether it's dealing with loneliness, battling self doubt, or navigating societal pressures, we all have been there. Let me share a bit about my journey. When I moved to Edmonton about 5, 6 years ago, I moved here with my girlfriend that I was dating for a little while. We moved into my sister's condo, at which point we worked the same job for about 3, 4 years. At which point we moved to several locations. Being in a new town, I relied on her a lot to help me just deal with a lot of the ins and outs of being an adult. At which point we went our separate ways, where then the reality of being alone kind of set in. I wasn't near my family. I didn't have anybody to go to. I had my coworkers and whatnot, but they were also my ex's coworkers, so they had a little bit of more intel in which I would have liked them to have. So that was a little bit tough and a little bit hard to rely on them as I had some trust issues. So with that, I moved in with a friend. I stayed there for probably 3 days. Um, that's when I kind of found out I was starting to become more of an introvert. I just didn't like being in someone else's space. It was really weird to me. I felt like I was always intruding or doing more than I should be as a guest in someone's house. So I promptly rented an apartment. And conveniently enough, was the same apartment my ex was trying to look for. So that became a huge issue. As you would guess, she didn't want to live in the same building as me. Although it was pretty mutual. The breakup, it wasn't crazy, but you know, she just didn't want to see me around at all times, which is fair. So there I am, living in a new apartment by myself. I got my dog Ralph, standard poodle, and here we are, starting our new life, hanging out, meet new people, putting ourselves out there. Uh, let me know in the comments below. Is this something that you've ever had to deal with? Going from a long-term relationship to living in not so much isolation, because I'm pretty friendly with my neighbors and coworkers, and I go see my friends and I talk to my family and I see my sister. But in terms of just living by yourself and having that type of isolation, is that something that you've kind of adjusted to? Has it been hard on you? Uh, yeah, let me know in the comments below what has helped with living alone. Has it been finding groups? Has it been just having different meaningful connections that you feel that you could go out and see those people for support, or is it simply staying in isolation? I'd really like to know. As you know, you're always a work in progress, so that's something that we can always work on. The next topic I kind of want to talk about is self doubt. I remember when I decided to start this channel, I was full of self doubt. I questioned if anybody would even watch my videos, if I had anything valuable to share. Still to this day, I don't know. I'm still figuring out what the nature of the channel is going to be, what kind of ideas that I have, and I find it interesting that even though I have all that self doubt, I was still able to at least attempt it. Uh, I think with that, I started at just doing small goals, getting people involved that I knew were interested, like my co-host Richard, and just doing like obtainable things like, okay, we're gonna get one video out, or we're gonna at least talk about it for a couple times a week, or this and that. And then that kind of helped us grow our confidence in a way that I don't think we were really thinking about where we wanted to go. This was something that we kind of took as a joke, and now we're here doing it. So it's really nice, even though we're still at ground zero. it's nice to start with these small goals and build up from there. So I'm incredibly excited for the future, as well. Societal pressures. I think just based on being in a workplace where there's a strong community, you're very worried about what kind of things your coworkers are going to say to you about what kind of content you're making or what you're talking about, whether you're valid in what you're saying. I think those are huge things that kind of make people not interested in doing something like that simply because they just say it's a taboo thing. Oh, there my dog goes. Where are you going, bud? Um, but I think as long as we stay true to our values and we focus on things that we're interested in and make us happy and set boundaries of what we talk about and what we talk about with our guests, I think this is going to be a very good space to discuss things and protect your mental health and be in a place that's non-judgmental. So I think this is a very good start in developing a strong community. And with that, we will move on to the next thing, which again, I think is a huge benefit that I have that I think maybe I take for granted sometimes is having a strong social network. And sometimes certain jobs, they, depending on where you are in your life or what age groups you're working in, it might be hard to create a strong social support. I am thankful that I have a big group of friends and I have a strong support system that I can go to help me with anything I need and to prop me up when I am low. Uh, but if you don't have that, the idea of positive affirmations and self talk, even though corny and kind of sounds stupid, Ralph, stop licking your junk. Even though it's corny and some people say it's stupid, there's actually studies and research that show that if you give yourself self talk, it actually improves your mental well being throughout the day. So be sure to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you are enough and you're going to get through the day. And I think that would be very important for going forward. With all that saying, celebrating small victories is so important. We often look the small wins because we're focused on the bigger picture. But those small victories are what keep us going. Did you complete a small project at work? Treat yourself to something you enjoy. Did you cook a healthy meal? Give yourself a pat on the back. Acknowledge and celebrate these moments. It's these small, consistent wins that build a strong foundation of confidence. As well, embrace failure. It's a part of growth. I've failed more times than I can count, but each failure taught me something valuable. Think of a failure as a learning experience rather than a setback. Reflect on what went wrong and what you could have done differently. Oh, Jesus, Ralph. Come on, man. Where am I at? Reflect on what went wrong and what you could have done differently, how you could improve next time, and remember to surround yourself with positive people. Whether it's through people, books, online content, positivity can significantly impact your mindset. Make a conscious effort to engage in uplifting and encouraging materials. Okay, let's shift gears here. Talk about mindfulness and mental health. Very crucial components of personal growth and often get overlooked. Mindfulness is all about being present in the moment. It helps reduce stress, increase focus, and enhance emotional regulation. I've started practicing slight taboo mindfulness things like breath work, stuff like that, meditation. It's made a pretty big difference in my life, especially just like going through a 15-minute meditation every morning. It keeps you grounded, focused, especially during stressful times when you have a lot going on. It's good to take 15 minutes for yourself, close your eyes, and just stay grounded with what's going on. Journaling is also a fantastic mindfulness practice. It helps you clear your mind and process your emotions. You don't have to write pages and pages. Start with a few sentences about how you're feeling and what's on your mind. I've started doing this for a while, and it's a great way to check in with yourself. For example, each day I jot down 3 things that I'm grateful for, a challenging situation that I've been in throughout the day, and how I handled it. Over time, journaling can provide insights into your thoughts and behaviors. And don't hesitate to seek help if needed. Therapy and counseling are valuable tools for mental health. I've been to therapy and I found it incredibly helpful to talk to a professional about what I'm going through. It's not a sign of weakness, but a step towards health care. Don't forget that. If you're feeling overwhelmed, consider reaching out to a mental health professional. They can provide guidance and support tailored to your needs. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine doesn't have to be complicated. Try mindful eating by savoring each bite. Take a mindful walk, paying attention to the sights and sound around you. These small practices can significantly enhance your awareness and presence in daily life. There are also great mindfulness apps like Headspace and Calm that can guide you through these practices. Experiment with different techniques, applications, people, techniques to see what works for you and what's best. All right, with all that discussed, what are your thoughts on the episode? I'm going to conclude today, wrapping it up as I am going to continue to try to find more guests and patiently await my co host Richard Lubin to make more amazing content. I just want to recap what we talked about today. First, we did a little brief introduction about myself and a little history about me and why I'm here and what I'm doing. We also talked about what it's like to overcome challenges, being by yourself and living single, building self confidence, the importance of mindfulness and mental health. And remember, it's all about taking small steps and being kind to yourself along the way. I really encourage you to try these techniques and practices we discussed. And please share your experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear how your experiences and what you're working through compare with mine. And if you found this episode helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, share with your friends. If you haven't already, join the Single Men Social Club community for more discussions and support. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Stay positive, stay strong, and we'll see you next episode with either A, a guest, or B, my co-host back, Richard Lubin. Cheers for now. See you next episode.